I don't know why I'm playing this game anymore.
프로필 사건 때 잘린 막내 스텝.
Alright. So, okay. Back to where we were. Okay, so I know what it is. It's the first one, working period 1, utter blame, and then the youngest staff member. Continue.
스태프들이 한 말이나 출연자한테
He
들은
leaked some
얘기 같은 걸
info.
유출한 적 있었어. 끝났어. 막내 스텝 얘기.
출연자 정보는 어떻게 알았던 거죠?
유출 사건이 있었지. 일하는 동안 가십을 모으고 여러 채널로 여러 잡무를 했고 전산이나 기기에 관련된 일도 있었지. 잠깐 공식 계정을 맡아서 쓴 적이 있었고 워치 기능하고 페이터 비번에 대해서도 알만한.
Everybody knew it.
받은 건 본선 2회야. 해고는 더 전의 일인데.
아, 그건 제가 말해볼게요. 관련 스텝은 더 일찍 알 수 있었을 거예요. 본선 1회까지는 페이터도 대신 썼으니까.
해고 상태라 오늘 사고에도 휘말리지 않았어. 스텝 연락망 중에 아직 남아있다면 우리가 전한 PD님 소식을 일찍 듣는 것도 가능해.
잘린 사람이 연락망에 남아 있을까?
Because of their incompetence.
사실 좀 그렇긴 한데 가능하긴 해요. 스텝 구성이 좀 복잡해서요. 계약에 파견사도 껴있고 수색하려는데 명단도 제대로 안 나올 줄.
그렇다 쳐도 왜 익명으로 반협박을 하는 건데?
그건 아마 프로필 사건으로 해고된 건 같아요. 더 짚어볼 여지는 있지만요.
He often uploaded rumors using his personal account. He was criticized for causing the profile accident, and his personal info was leaked. He got fired before the finals.
다음은 공식 계정 관리자 차례야.
Okay? The account manager made the mistake of sharing a post critical to K-Sun. Made a mistake and blamed by many for poor explanation. Official account member returned after the poor staffer. After being replaced by another member, he whined. I think these have to be in the right order. So, okay. After being replaced by another staff member.
공식 계정 운영자는 몇 번이나 교체됐었어. 결국 돌고 돌아 원래 하던 사람한테로
Seems like the order might not matter because he's discussing it out of order, which is fine.
지금 관리자. 그러니까 처음 계정을 관리하던 사람은 계정 달스타 공식 계정에 로그인한 채로 혜성이 까는 글을 공유해버렸지. 바로 공유를 취소했지만 벌써 많은 사람들이 본 다음 개인 계정과 공식 계정을 헷갈렸다고 해명했었지. 사람들은 실수가 아닐 거라며 이유를 찾겠다고 나섰어. 그러다 개인
This is so
계정에서
boring.
옛
Like, who cares
비로그룹편을
about this
자책한
stuff?
걸 찾았지. 스텝이 본분을 잊고 자기 덕질에 치우쳤다고들 했어. 결국 관리자는 징계를 받고 교체당해 출연자들한테 와서 호소하기로 했어. 나름대로 억울하다는 거였지. 이쪽도 정리됐어. 공식 계정 관리자 얘기. 그쪽은 현장 스텝이 아니야. 사고에 휘말리지 않았어.
그렇지.
Right.
지금도 계속 글 쓰고 있.
데이터를 관리했으니까 우리 쪽 비번도 알 개연성이 있어.
출연자들 얘기를 어느 정도 알고 있는 것.
컨셉 잡아야죠. 어떤 스텝한테는 전달돼요. 범위가 어디까지인지 무슨 얘기인지까지는 각각.
PD님 얘기를 일찍 아는 것도 데스타 관리자한테는 가능했어.
우리가 제작진에게 말했으니까 바로 전파됐을 수 있어.
But he called it out before we reported it. He knew she was dead before we did.
그렇다면 뭐에 빡쳐서 이러는 건데?
공식 계정으로 혜성이 까는 글을 공유했었지. 실수라고 했지만 맹 비난을 받다 결국 징계까지 갔어. 개인 계정에선 혜성이 안티에 영희 누나 팬이었던 게 밝혀졌고,
정말 상상도 못했어.
갑자기 우리한테 억울하다면서 훅 들어오기도 했었고, 본인 딴에 이유가 있다는 거였으니까. 혜성이가 사고 치니까 나름 돕겠다고 한 건데 자기만 불이익을 봤다고 생각한 것 같았어.
The logic in this game makes no sense. After his official mistake of sharing a bad post about Hye-sung, people found out that he was a fan of Young. He quit his job, but came back to work after his successor was fired. Considering three conditions: the motive from his attacks, the position to access the contestant's secrets, and Sung Young's death, and access to the watch's password info, the official account manager, and former staff member satisfied all three
막상
conditions.
여기까지 오니 결론이 어렵네. 누굴까?
글쎄요.
먼저 하나 시도하고 영 별로다 싶음 넘어가면?
실패할 경우의 리스크도 생각하셔야죠.
Sale came forward while adjusting his glasses. It's too bad we don't have names for these characters. Give us a goddamn flashback. Let us see pictures and names. Like, that would mean a lot in this situation. Instead of being like really boring. Like, I'm thinking of one guy as the former staff member and one guy as the official account member. Why don't you give them fucking names? God damn it.
아까부터 조금 애매했던 건데요.
What's that, Sale?
추측이야 괜찮아요. 출연자 계정으로 저격하실 거면 반대예요. 싸움 붙는 순간부터 문제가 생겨요. 아시죠? 그 책임은 딱 한 명 스텝인 저한테 올 수도 있고요.
Right, yeah.
야, 그치만
제대로 짚어도 저쪽이 잡아떼면 그만이긴 해. 정황은 있어도 확실한 단서가 없어. 그럼 여기까지겠지.
규혁이 형 말대로예요. S승연이 바깥에 있는 놈 같단 것까지 나왔잖아요. 그럼 제가 뭐라고 하든 신경 끄면 되는 거라고요.
Yes, true. I mean, if you believe that, which is maybe you're wrong. It seems like S.Young is killing people. That's why you can't ignore it. God damn it. Introduce a second ballot system or something? Why don't you answer me? So you explain how he narrowed down the pool of staff suspects in their stories. If S.Young is under a lot of pressure, we can take them out using circumstantial evidence. But it doesn't seem to be the case, meaning we can't. Then what do? We need stronger evidence other than circumstantial ones. Like what? I've accessed Hye-sung's cloud before. Then it was logged in the IP access history. I saw the history, but there were not many logs. I guess Hye-sung hardly visited the backup server. And I found another IP logged several times before me. Bypassed IP visited from one of the African countries. Guess who? It's S.Young's IP. We'll just track the IP and go find them. Does it have to do with choosing between the two? Of course. You bet your life on it. Cloud is connected from a PC. If there is a foreign IP logged That Sung Young is using a PC to access Fader. Let's see if the official account. Let's see if it's the official account, but I need your help. What help? Let's make a very interesting bait link related to you guys. If someone clicks it, their IP and device will be logged. Then you send the same link to the official account. Why me? Because I can't. S.L. Young may ignore a link sent by an anonymous user, so it must be sent by you. The link is accessed from the official account. The IP and device model will be logged. Then I'll check the IP if the IP is the same as the one logged onto the cloud server, and if the device is PC. What if S.L. Young uses two PCs? One for the official account, the other for S.L. Young. Look, buddy. Let's suppose you're the official account manager and also using S.L. Young account from another PC. You have clicked the link and seen the whole content in it. Then how likely is it for you to go to another PC to log in as S.L. Young and click the link again, or go to another PC to click the link sent to the official account? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's not impossible, but extremely unlikely. We've seen how this person is behaving. All their careless behaviors. Let's sum it up. If the first visitor's IP is the same as the one in the cloud and the device is the PC, the official account manager is S.L. Young, right, if it's PC. Or the other former staff member. Either of the two. Does it have to be a link of a personal story? We could still lure him without such a thing. Sorry, I read that in Pluggable's voice. Take it or leave it. Oh yeah, it was him saying we can still lure them without such a thing. Take it or leave it. I'm 100% sure that a personal story is the best way to lure out that worm. We must make S.L. Young click the link. Just put up the title and write nothing. Don't be scared, man. If you don't like using others, why not use yours, Do-Yoon? We don't have to really disclose anything. Right, okay, sounds good. My finger hurts from typing too long. Then make up your mind and let me know so I can check it. Let's end it. The conversation ended with an unsolved question. At this point, there is no other way. He decided to go along with Pluggable's advice. Mine. I want to use. I mean, that makes the most sense. Let's do that. Yeah, don't do it with somebody else. That would What are the other options though? Anything else I do might antagonize my other people. So I could do the scholarship, yuck, unwanted attention. Nevertheless, she expressed that the contestants also needed a break. I think it's also safest just to use myself because you never know if one of these people might be working with S.L. Young, especially Anna. Yes. Yes. Do it. Yes. I'm back with the link. Something tiny URL. Send this link to the official Beastars account manager with some appealing description. Check this out. It's so chaotic. What is this? He threw the bait and waited. A few minutes later, Pluggable's message arrived. Package has been delivered. Here is the identity of S.L. Young you've requested. You check the logs? Of course. Here's the result of the bait link. The identity of S. Sung Young is... We'll continue after ad. Oh, come on, I'm serious here. Don't get serious, it doesn't help. Anyway, the identity of S. Sung Young is... Say it. Young staff member. The identity of S. Sung Young, who had been harassing everyone, was the former staff member who got fired as a scapegoat. Shouldn't we have a name for this person if we're going to accuse them? Should just be called Young Staff Member. Different IP and device for the official account. A few minutes later, the IP from the cloud reappeared. The former staff member still seems to have access to the network. B-Star's friend's security comes first. He helped a lot to reveal S. Sung Young's identity. Anyway, he seems like an ally. Anyway, now it's time to decide. Decide what? Will we make S. Sung Young unable to come back anymore? We will make S. Sung Young unable to come back anymore, sorry. We can embarrass S. Sung Young by revealing what we've collected so far. That's the life. The higher you soar up, the greater the damage when you fall. It wasn't easy for Do-yoon to send the answer. The former staff member who exploited the death of Sung Young and mocked the survivors. Was it because he was so resentful at the show's success and the spotlights on the contestants? Was it that unfair? Was it that miserable? Nobody here remembered his name. He was not a noteworthy person. Yeah, but you should have remembered his name because that would have made the game more interesting. The former staff member. No one remembered much about him at all. Excuse me, are you there or what? You don't like a noisy brawl? You want to handle it quietly? Then we could just report who he is to the official account manager. You prefer that way? Don't give him the attention. We'll report him to the official account manager and kick him out quietly. Dude! On your sole discretion? I have a say in it too. Oh well. If that's what you really want, other people might have a different idea. You should persuade them. But, Do-yoon, listen carefully. It's a big thing to take down S. Sung Young. Your friends there will have more room to breathe for a while. But this is not the end. Probably due to a signal error, no further message came from him. Do-yoon sent the Fader to the official account. We did so to catch S. Sung Young. There was someone to help us. S. Sung Young is the former staff member who got fired for posting wrong profiles. Tell him to stop his troll play. Are you sure? Then we will handle it right away. He took a short and deep breath after requesting a reply. He checked the timeline on the watch. S. Sung Young is quiet all of a sudden. Somebody seems to have grabbed their hair and dragged them out of their seat. Well, learn from this, guys. It's never a bad idea to watch your mouth. S. Sung Young stopped replying. Are they preparing something or what? Genius. Got caught? Rumor has it S. Sung Young got caught. Jungle Penguin. No way, it should have got rid of Do-yoon earlier. One of my connections to WBS informed me that they identified and caught the account owner of S. Sung Young. Good. Ah, they seem to get caught for real. S. Sung Young got caught, hurrah! Masstown. The hell with Do-yoon. Boycott Do-yoon. Is the company also siding with Do-yoon? Why are they trying to shut S. Sung Young's mouth? S. Sung Young is a murderer, dummy. I'm wondering what S. Sung Young no. Why does the broadcasting station try to hush S. Sung Young? Did they really kill his son? No, no way. But it's a shame they didn't take Do-yoon out. Jesus Christ. The fact is that S. Sung-young said what S. Sung-young said is true. S. Sung-young went silent, meaning that it has said what it has said so far are all lies. Anyone trying to get attention using a dead person must be hanged in public. We should declare a boycott against Hye-sung and Do-yoon. We can't let a liar and a criminal cover their past wrongdoing and appear on TV. Do they not know Hye-sung is dead yet? I thought we reported that already. Now S. Sung-young is dealt with, there should be no more trouble. Did they intervene to stop it from do harm to Gyuyuk? It's good for Internet anyway. If we ignored that troll from the first place, there wouldn't have been any dead people. It's too late. And all those who paid attention and responded to it must reflect on their behaviors. If B-Stars managed to rank the ranking properly, no people would have fallen for it. S. Sung-young never came back. It served as proof that his identity was successfully revealed. S. Sung-young, who had harassed everyone for so long, finally made their exit. Unlike their intro, their outro was far from sensational. Special keyword. S. Sung-young has been found out to be a former staff member who had been solely responsible as a scapegoat for the profiling accident. I hate this. I want to say that I hate this. This is so stupid and anticlimactic. S. Sung-young was the most interesting thing about the game. What do we have left? Fucking nothing. Hopefully we're wrong. Hopefully, but it said that like they never came back. Maybe they're referring to though up to this point where we're at now. The survivors exchanged flustered looks with one another.
퇴장이네요. S 승현. 아니 막내 스텝.
Yep.
어이없지만 걔 이름도 잘 생각이 안 나요.
Yep. None of us can.
다들 마찬가지일 거야.
Ju-young, who was holding the watch by her knee, raised her head.
프로필 사건이 원인이었다니. 우리가 자르라고 한 거 아니잖아. 근데 왜?
이슈의 간판은 출연자니까.
실실 쪼개고 다니는 꼴을 보니 증오가 쌓였다 그런 건가?
This is terrible. I hate this. There was a heavy silence. The pressure they felt while the identity of S. Sung-young was hidden was no longer there. And the next question in the queue remained in its place. A depressing question that would weigh upon them heavily.
근데 그러면
Who killed Hye-sung? At the same time, the question was inevitable.
서혜성을 죽인 건 누구야?
To be continued. God damn it though. Somebody just killing Hye-sung for like petty reasons is way less interesting than Sung-young playing a death game, killing Sung-young, killing Hye-sung, killing the next person down on the list. Like now suddenly the votes are meaningless and it's not fun. I don't like this. My sanity is stable. I'm fully trusted. Wow. I've never seen sanity stable before. Sale stretched out his hand to interrupt.
그거야 모르죠. S 승현 아닌 건 확실한데.
다시 원점으로 돌아가나?
S 승현. 정말 여기 사건이랑 관계가 없는 건가?
넘겨짚다 분위기를 탄 것뿐일 거야.
그럼 역시 어디 숨은 놈이 범인이겠지? 모르겠어. 한번 다 뒤져본 다음이라. 어쨌든 누가 있다고 믿고 싶어. 우리가 모르는 어디에.
Is it
그게
possible?
아니면 결론이 하나뿐이잖아. 우리 안에 범인이
We don't have to figure out who it was. All we have to do is stick together until the rescuers come. The beads of sweat on Do-yoon's neck suddenly turned cold.
그럴 리가요. 당연히 따로 있죠.
뭐든 확실한 건 하나야. 단단히 뭉쳐 있으면 안전해.
우린 5명이니까요.
Inha's gaze lingered among the rest of the group. There was an awkward silence.
그치? 그런데 나 궁금한 게 있어.
Inha slowly turned around to face Yuhyuk.
서혜성 보러 분장실 갔을 때 얘기 끝나고 바로 돌아온 거 맞지? 그때 걔 멀쩡했지?
Is she accusing him?
뭐?
그냥 궁금해서 난 걔 만나지도 못했고.
Didn't you though?
바로 왔어. 다음은 다 아는 정계였고.
여기 있는 사람은 혜성이를 해칠 이유가 없어.
They might have though. She was
이유가 있어야
blackmailing
그래.
everybody.
수 틀려서 열받아서 그럴 수도 있잖아.
Hye-sung probably knew Inha's secret.
혜성이 기억이 온 다음에도 S승연이랑 싸웠어. 그거는 뭐 그런가?
Yuhyuk slightly loosened the knot of his tie.
다 뿌리치고 혼자 간 건 이나 너였어. 수 틀려서 열받아서 그런 거라면 범인을
나? 지금 내 얘기?
Oh snap.
네가 페이트에 뭔 소리를 할지 몰라서 그랬지. 뭔지도 모를 걸 발표하니 많이 그러는데 손 놓고 봐?
Do-yoon felt like throwing up and my head was spinning. Do-yoon felt like throwing up and my head was spinning. Nicely written. Yeah, why can't you just switch between first and third person? He tried to ease the group's anxiety by removing S. Sung-young from the picture. Once S. Sung-young was gone, they began to suspect one another.
이나, 네가 말한 페이터 발표 얘긴 결국 뭐였는지 모르게 됐어. 우리가 아는 건 혜성이가 하나씩 불러 사태를 강요했던 것뿐이야. 잠깐, 그거 처음에 누가 말해줬지? 사태 얘기하면서 협박 비슷하게 했단 말 서혜성한테 직접 들은 게 아니야. 전해 들은 거지.
나야. 내가 제일 먼저 혜성이를 만났잖아.
But Hye-sung saw him after me.
갔다 와서 무슨 얘기를 했는지 말해줬고.
도윤아, 나설 필요 없어.
그래, 너였네. 다음이 큐. 두 사람이 다녀와서 비슷한 얘기를 했지.
That's right.
둘이 말을 맞추거나 한 건 아닐 테고.
Ooh, snap.
그럴
She's turning on
이유가
us.
없지.
Because she killed him and she's just throwing the blame around. She's panicking.
이나야, 이제 그만해.
그냥 생각만 좀 해보려는 거야.
But I suppose it's also possible Hye-sung killed him. Put him in the bathroom. But how did she take so long?
얘기해보는 정도는 괜찮다고 생각해.
I guess maybe she didn't take that long. It's like in the game, it seemed like it took a long time. But that's just because the game is kind of bootleg and fucked up.
혼자 불안에 떠는 것보다야 낫겠지. 그치만 너무 딥하게 들어가지
But then
말자.
her story doesn't make sense about how did her, if she wasn't in the bathroom, how did the other guy pass her? Right? He would have met her in the hallway. The sale
몇 시간은 더 기다려야 되는 상황이야.
passed her somehow. That's probably because she was in the bathroom, dragging Hye-sung's dead body behind the into the janitor's closet.
감정 다치고 싸우고
How'd she manage to do it without getting blood on her?
그렇게까지 할 생각은 아니었어.
제일 수상했던 놈이 막 퇴장했으니까요. 각자 생각이 많아지는 건 어쩔 수 없어요.
그건 나도 마찬가지니까.
Maybe it is another person. I mean, anybody would have blood on them, and none of us do. Ju-young put one hand on the top of her head and slowly took a deep breath.
혜성이 찾았을 때 벌써 여러 가지를 따져봤어. 그땐 S 승연이 제일 수상하다는 전제가 있었지.
지금은 그게 사라져버린 거고?
Inha lowered her gaze and nodded.
그럼 이렇게 해보는 건 어때? 다시 한번 자세히 파보는 거야.
어떤 거에 대해서?
Yeah, about what? Yu-ha continued after a brief pause.
혜성이가 무대에서 떠난 다음 우리 행적.
Ugh, finally. Why didn't we do this earlier?
그때 얘기?
굳이 되새길 필요까지 있을까요?
이자를 불러 말어.
Everyone seemed to hesitate at Yu-ha's remark.
그게 좋지 않을까? 다 털고 가려면.
I want to disagree because it's boring, but let's agree.
해보죠. 전제가 바뀌었으니까 다시 짚어봐요. 막연하게 화살 날리는 것보다 그게 낫겠어요.
딴 사람들은 어때요?
다 괜찮은 거면 저도 뭐
이제 와서 빼기도 그러네. 우리가 할 건 생존이지 수사가 아니야.
None of them really disagreed with going over their whereabouts again. Let's go over it again. It might help to ease the tension. It seemed like there was an implicit agreement. Is everyone happy with the elimination of the rat? The attacker might be among us. I have thought so. I saved you guys out of trouble, and now you are fighting among yourselves? I hope there's no brawl going on. Do you want me to stop them aggressively? If you overreact, you will become the focus of the group, Jo-yoon. You better point out anything suspicious. Tension is to be avoided, but a mild degree of stress could be helpful to overcome the situation. No, thank you. Jo-yoon closed the messenger. It was a reasonable idea. Rather than letting all the suspicions explode later, it would be better to clear them now. So they decided to have another talk. No. But he couldn't help but feel the sense of defiance toward Plughole's casual tone of speech. What? I thought we were working on it together. Please don't sulk. I'm begging you. Don't like your tone. Aye, aye, sir. Your tone. Okay. Do-yoon lowered the watch and listened to what others had to say. There was some progress to the story.
S 승연이나 밖에서 온 침입자는 빼고 하는 거랬지? 뭐든 마지막 발견이 2시. 화장실인 건 똑같아.
옮긴 흔적은 없었죠. 거기에서 당했어요.
가능했던 시간대는 2시에서 앞으로 20분 정도.
Do-yoon chewed over the time period again.
1시 40분. 혜성이 페이터클이 또 끈 1시 40분부터 2시 사이에 화장실에 갈 수 있는 사람은
Yu-hyuk tried to speak to Jae. Who could access the restroom before Jae-sung's death? Yu-hyuk tried to speak to Jae-sung in the dressing room, but failed to persuade him, and went back to the stage. They spoke for about 1:25 to 1:30. Anna went to the central corridor to meet Hae-sung, right? Thinking the door was locked, she waited, and then went to see Hae-sung after a tremor. She left the empty dressing room to check the staff corridor. Seeing no one there, she returned to the central corridor. Then she met Sale, and they went back out together. These two didn't really have an opportunity.
분장실 빈 걸 보고 스텝 복도 쪽에 갔다고 했지. 중앙 복도로 돌아와 세일이를 만났고 같이
Man,
있어. 세일이를 만나기 전까진 본인만 뭘 했는지 알고. 세일이는 진동이 끝나고 중앙 복도로 갔어. 빈 분장실에 있다가 중앙 복도로 나와 이나를 마주쳤다고 했지. 분장실로 갔다가 다시 이나를 만나기 전까지. 규혁이 형은 나 다음으로 해석할 선언은 S승연하고 계속 치고받았어. 1시 40분 정도보다 나하고 있었어. 생각해봤어.
I guess I'm supposed to do too young.
분장실 빈 걸 보고 스텝 복도 쪽에 갔다고 했지. 분장실로 그 말대로면 누나는 화장실에 접근할 타이밍이 없었을 거야. 생각해봤어. 1시 40분.
Alright, so it's not Ju Young's trace. It's not Gu Young's trace 1. It's not gonna be Inha again, so I guess it's gotta be his trace 2. I think.
분장실 빈 걸 보고 스텝 복도. 형하고 난 얘기하다 영인 다행히 누나랑 이나 그동안도 형은 나랑 무대에 있어. 생각해봤어.
Well, there's only one possibility left. So it's
1시 40분.
Inha again? Gyuhyuk's trace. Gyuhyuk could have killed her if Inha was telling you the truth. Gyuhyuk could have killed her in the bathroom before. That's what I don't get. He had access to the restroom when he went in there, and yeah. Anyway, I guess it's this one though. That's by process of elimination. It's the only one left.
이나는 40분쯤 혜성이 페이트를 보고 분장실로 갔어. 아무도 따라오지 말라고 못 박아. 진동 전까지 쭉 그걸 본 사람이다. 분장실 빈 걸 보고 중앙 복도로 돌아와 세일이를 만나기 전까지. 세일이는 빈 분장실로.
Alright, there we go.
세일이 그 20분 동안 화장실로 넘어갈 수 있었던 건 이 두 사람이야.
Inha, who refused accompaniment and left, and Sale, who followed her shortly after the tremor, were the ones who were able to commit the crime during that period.
게다가 둘은 중앙
Also,
복도에서 만나기 전까지 서로를 마주치지 않았어. 아빠 행적을 증명하는 건 각자의 이야기뿐이고.
At that time, both Gyuhyuk and Do-yoon were on the stage. Ju-young was gone for a while, but it was impossible for her to go to the central corridor. I don't see why.
결국 그 말씀이잖아요.
Do-yoon raised his head at Sale's echoing voice from the other side.
의심병 한 번 떨었다고 막 아구창을 날리네?
무슨 일이야?
그 틈에 서해성 조질 수 있는 게 나랑 장세일이라잖아!
But it could have happened earlier.
그런 거면 내가 왜 먼저 얘기를 꺼내냐고? 내가 바보야?
서혜성한테 까칠하게 군 게 어디 저뿐이에요?
Yeah, you were. Although Sale was a production staff member, he openly showed hostility towards Hae-sung.
뭘 했다는 게 아니야. 외부인 빼고 생각하니까
맞장구 치고 가긴 어렵다고요, 그거.
둘 중에 하나면 반반 확률로 범인 당첨이네?
처음 얘기한 대로 걸리는 점을
Is
짚어본
it
거야.
though? Like, how did Sale pass you in the hall and wind up in the room without you being there?
저한테도 걸리거든요. 아주 목구멍에 딱 걸리네요.
모난돌이 정 많네. 이게 뭐야? 황당하게. 내가 범죄자라고? 사람
Yeah.
뒤통수나 까는?
Yes, you're the murderer. Anna ran her hand through her hair, smudging it up. Did you patch up everything? I'm a bit worried getting carried away can be risky. It could be better if you dig into it further. It could be true. If they went over every little detail, they might find a decisive clue. But if the real attacker comes out, that will be another problem. What do you know? What do you say? No answer? You must be in trouble. Stay calm. We've handled troubles pretty good so far, right? I'm just looking forward to the safe return of Mr. Han. He says he's waiting for Do-yoon to come back safely, and that he should continue to keep up his cool. To keep his cool. It was Do-yoon who had to make the choice. Intervening here could lead to a worse situation. Do-yoon lowered his head and kept his mouth shut.
저기 침묵은 동의로 해석하면 돼?
자기 일 아니라고 그러시게요?
I didn't understand the choices, and the time ran out. Inha and Do-yoon clicked their tongues.
뭐 했는지 말해줄 테니까.
이나 씨.
기억을 더듬어가지고 좔좔 읊어볼게. 그럼 이딴 기분 느낄 일도 없겠지.
Inha came forward with her arms
까짓
crossed.
거 썰 한번 풀어보자고.
그럴 마음이 들었어?
극혐이거든. 범죄자 딱지.
이나 씨가 그렇다면 저도
취조하려는 건 아니야.
아는데 강조하니까 아닌 것 같다. 그럼 천천히 얘기해줘.
The two of them began to talk, with grim looks on their faces. Gloomy doubt won. Communication started. I'm exhausted. Alright, let's do a little bit of this. Let's dig into it. Anything on Twitter? Nothing else is interesting. Alright, good. Alright, might try calling somebody in a bit. Alright, so, alright. I gotta collect 9 pieces of information. I'll tell you one by one. Trace of return. Anna said that she left the dressing room and headed to the staff corridor. We already went over all this. This is so boring. Then she got back to the stage after meeting with Sale. What was she doing before she met Sale then? Oh, it's boring.
설마
I never expected the dressing room to be empty. Once I saw that it was empty, I got goosebumps. A chill ran up my spine.
그래서
그래.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was pulling a practical joke hiding somewhere. Anna ran her finger in the air as if drawing the central corridor.
들어봐봐.
Look, I came straight to the central corridor from the stage, right?
그러니까
So I excluded the stage from my search list. And I was at the central corridor. Yeah, so wouldn't the only place for you to check then would be the bathroom? And I was at the central corridor right before going to the dressing room. That's why I went to the staff corridor.
설마
The restroom wasn't. To be honest, it didn't even cross my mind. Oh right, she went to the staff corridor. Oh right, I see. Cause yes, and then while she was in the staff corridor, according to her story, she went to the staff corridor, and then right after that, Sale came in, and then they ran into each other at the door. I see. Yes, that does make sense. I just didn't understand that until just now. I forgot about the staff corridor. But the staff corridor was empty. I've gone all the way inside. My hair stood on end when I realized it was empty. I hurriedly came back to the central corridor and met Sale there. Right, but she spent way too much time in there. Even by her own admission, she said she moved slowly, and that's her explanation for how she didn't kill him, because she was moving slowly. But probably she didn't move slowly, she just killed him.
그래도
Is that why you guys came back out? Sale said we should go back to the stage. The dressing room was empty and Hye-sung was nowhere to be found. I agreed that we should go back to the stage first. That's how we came back to the stage. All right, this is all repetitive. I don't. Why do I have to listen to this a second time? Why couldn't we just done this the first fucking time? All right, we're not gonna do all the questions this time. All right, I get it. Inha waited in front of the dressing room until the tremor came, but nobody saw what she was really doing during that time. You get it? I'll be specific, so listen carefully. I went straight to the dressing room. When I arrived at the dressing room door, I felt nervous. I thought about what he might say and how I should respond. Then I called to him from outside the door.
그래?
You called out his name? Yes, just loud enough for him to hear me. There was no response. I waited for a minute.
그러면
잠깐만.
I thought the dressing room door was locked. Anna said she waited at the dressing room door thinking it was locked.
혹시
Suspicious as hell. You tried calling him using the messenger
야,
because you were looking for him supposedly. Anna bristled at his remark and put her hands around her waist. I just waited there. That's when the tremor came. It was pretty intense. When the tremor died out, I opened the door. It wasn't locked. That's what happened up until I entered the dressing room. Alright. I'm gonna... Oh no, maybe I can do some more here. Okay, this is not a round song. Time slot matching. Inha, who refused accompaniment and left, and Sale, who followed her shortly after the tremor, were the ones who were able to commit the crime during that period.
왜 그래?
Not a round song, huh? Do you want to tell me why? Do you want me to tell you why I went there? Where should I begin? It's not like we were friends. Inha repeatedly crossed and uncrossed her arms. And then he locked himself in the dressing room. He said something about having aces in the hole.
그렇다면
I was sure he didn't mean a gun or a knife, so I was keeping an eye on Fader. Sure enough, he wrote something about making an announcement or something.
그랬어.
And that's when I went.
그래.
I went after Yu-hyuk came back. Then he wrote another post. Yes, it was right after, to be exact. God knows when he might say what. God knows when he might say what. And I didn't want to feel nervous every time he wrote something.
말하자면
I thought I might have to give him a good scolding so that he would come back to his senses. Right, he had something big on her. Like she's got something terrible in her past probably. And that's why I went to see him. That's the only reason. That was the only reason. Anna had left by herself after seeing the last comment on Kaesung's post on Fader. How surprised I was. My God, there's a lot of stuff to talk to her about. Guess we can go a little further. How surprised I was. I thought my heart was about to burst when I ran into him.
그래?
Came out of nowhere like that?
그렇다니까.
He suddenly appeared from the dressing room. I thought Hae-sung was taking a leap at me, but it was Sale.
그래.
He said he was glad to see me, but I almost gave him a neck chop. Then I would have had to carry him outside. How did you come back? Anything bugging you about Sale?
혹시
What's strange about Sale? I was surprised because he showed up out of nowhere.
그거는
But then he looked as surprised as I was. I remember thinking to myself, oh, I'm not the only one here that's scared. Ina shrugged her shoulders.
그러니까
When we met, I was coming from the staff corridor and Sale from the dressing room. After that, we came back together.
그래도
Oh, by the way, there was nothing special. We opened the door within the corridor and walked straight towards the stage. The place looked more damaged following the tremor, but it wasn't that bad. I guess the obvious suspect would more be Sale than Iha, on some level. It's just, no, I feel like she was gone for a while, though. And, yeah, obviously she had more opportunity. I mean, I guess it's, at this point it seems like it's possible for either of them.
그러면
So you came back straight away and met Ju Young on the way?
그래.
Right, I was still freaked out, but let's get that part. A girl with long hair wearing a white dress. You get the picture, right?
하여튼
Anyhow, the three of us were together until we came back to the stage. Which means we can vouch for one another. Which is a good thing. Inha and Sale met each other in the central corridor. Since that moment, they have been together and can testify for each other's alibi. Oh, God. What the? You don't remember? Anna said she waited in the dressing room door, thinking it was locked. I do remember. That's why I'm bored of asking these questions.
설마
Are you asking me because you really don't know? I don't know why I'm asking you. It's because the fucking game is making me do it. Though you were the one who told me the door was locked.
아니야?
You said Hae-sung locked himself in, don't you remember?
그랬지.
He opened the door for me after making sure I was alone. Yeah, Gyu-hyuk also said the same thing. He wasn't exactly welcoming people. You also said you hesitated at the door. Let's just say I waited for a moment, including that. Phew. She could have tried to open the door whatsoever. Okay, this is the one. I apologize for confusing her.
저기
I'm sorry if I got you confused. What's this all of a sudden? That's not what I wanted to hear. You could just say it was locked when you went there, but opened when I went. Maybe Hae-sung didn't lock it when he left the dressing room. What else then? And man massaged her shoulders. I'm so frustrated that my shoulders are cramping.
어쨌든
Anyways, you said this wasn't an interrogation,
그래.
right? How would I even do that? I'm not a detective. It seems like you're doing pretty well. But your eyes are telling me otherwise. Anyhow, that's what I have been doing until an intense tremor came. Anna was waiting before the door only because Do-yoon and Gyu-hyuk said the door was locked. Okay. Alright, I think it's time to stop. I'm dead. Did I finish? Maybe I finished? Alright, I didn't finish, but I do have to stop the video because it's running too long now. So I guess that's all, folks. See you next time. We'll do a quick save. I might go a little bit further though. I kind of want to finish my conversation with Inha. Oh God, this is taking forever. Jesus. All right. Next time, in the next video, we'll talk to Inha about silence. Inha said she didn't try to contact Hye-sung while waiting at the door of the dressing room. You're asking too much.
너 괜찮아?
Some details you have there. Why didn't you go for the police jobs instead of joining the audition? True.